Hey guys, it's your girl Marielle. Welcome back to my channel, Friday Night Lights, where we do reviews and reactions to TV shows, movies, and other digital content. So you know what I'm going to say, so go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Please share this video with your friends and your family. Let's get this channel to 400 subscribers. That's our new goal, and we're almost there. Also, don't forget to hit me up on my other digital platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, hey to my subs and welcome to the fam, to my new subbies. And if you're just here clicking on a new video, you might as well become a part of the family too. So today we're going to be doing something different. Normally I do one episode a video, but because I did my little family vacation at the beach and celebrated my anniversary, I kind of want to play catch up with you guys. And we're going to do 2 episodes of Grownish today. So, as always, let's just jump right into it. We're going to be reviewing and reacting to Hulu and Freeform's series Grownish Season 4. We're going to be doing Episode 3, Demons, and Episode 4, Daddy Issues. So, like I said, this is a new thing for me. So, I'm going to try to keep the video as long as my normal episode videos and squeeze both of those in there. So, it's not like we're going to run through it fast, but we're not going to elaborate so much on everything that we've seen in these episodes. So let's just jump right into it, and let's start with Episode 3, Demons. So everybody's coming back from being on the shutdown for the pandemic, and they're all trying to get back into the swing of things. And Vivek is dealing with being threatened to be expelled because of his drug dealing, him getting busted. And Zoe is trying to play catch up with herself because we know she dropped out, and she's trying to get this internship, and she runs into Rochelle. As far as Nomi, Jazz, and Doug and Luca, they're all trying to get themselves back into the swing of things. Jazz finding out some things about herself when it comes to track, and Nomi just trying to figure out how to do this whole single mom life thing. Okay, so we're going to really focus on Vivek and Zoe in this part of the reaction. So let's talk about Zoe being in the line for the internship and seeing that it's Rochelle who is giving out the internships for the students, you know, basically work study. Now, she was really scared to see her, even though I don't know why. Y'all all go to the same college. You're going to bump into each other. People are going to talk. It is what it is, right? So she gets there and she does that whole phony, hey girlfriend, and Rochelle's like, yo, what up? I just want to let you know internships are very hard to come by because of the pandemic, but don't worry, I'm making sure that everybody gets their internship. Boom. Zoe goes back, hits the friends, is like, yo, I saw Rochelle. Do you think I should tell her about me and Aaron? And everybody's like, you don't think that she knows about it? And she's like, well, I mean, should I tell her everything, that how Aaron cheated on her with me, and I'm very sorry, you know, I'm trying to get this clean state so our relationship can kind of like move in the right direction. I rarely ever agree with Nomi, but I do in this particular situation. No, I don't think you should tell her. And Nomi said, what? That's selfish. What gives you the right to re-break her heart because you want to feel better about yourself? That has nothing to do with her. If you need to feel better about yourself, you need to just figure out a way to do that. And then here comes Anna, and I never agree with her. And this is why she's like, you know, I'm trying to get back on the path and work on me. And, you know, God says, you know, forgiveness and coming out with the truth is a way to set you free. And don't get me wrong, if you believe in God or you believe in a higher power or you're a spiritual being, I agree. But I refuse to believe someone who is giving out love would want you to deliberately hurt somebody with your truth like she doesn't already have her own to deal with. I think it's selfish. I don't think bringing God into anything makes it any better. Nomi was correct. Don't be selfish and reopen wounds that she's still trying to get over. She's still trying to heal from. Does Zoe listen? No, she does not. She goes back there. Rochelle is giving her internship, which is a great one. And Zoe's like, yo, I feel bad. I feel convicted. So let me just come out with it. And again, exactly what Nomi said. She's like, look, I don't want to talk about it. If I wanted to talk about it, I would have hit you up. I would have came to you. But you and Aaron are bums. Y'all are really selfish and disgusting people, and y'all deserve each other. You don't think I know you hooked up with my man and all this other stuff. You really playing yourself. Move the fuck on, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you an internship. I don't really give a crap about who you are. I'm just doing my job so I can graduate and do my shit. And Zoe felt like she was taken aback by it. And it's like, bro, you're still the bad guy. No matter how much you and Aaron are trying to be as honest with each other, that has nothing to do with Rochelle. Move on, because that's still a scar, a open wound that is trying to be healed. And I don't need your bullshit ass guilty sorries, because that's not conviction. I'm sorry. That is guilt. Guilt and conviction, two different things. You want to be a better person, start from today and move on. Period. Let's talk about Vivek now. So we all know Vivek has been holding everybody down with the beautiful house that they have. And he did something dumb, trying to say, okay, I'm going to not be a drug dealer anymore. I'm just going to get rid of these drugs or whatever. Why pull them in your car when y'all about to cross state lines and stuff? I don't know. You are brown, Vivek. Like, at the end of the day, you're not white. Sorry for anybody else. Hit me up in the comments, but it is what it is. That's just the statistics, and you being brown is not going to help you out. But because you have money for being a drug dealer, you was able to kind of win without getting any jail time, right? At the end of the day, I don't know if he's going to be expelled. I would definitely be afraid to tell my parents too, especially when you're in a culture where education and being a great person and being the best human you can be is very, very held in high regards to certain cultures like Vivek's, right? Every culture has something like that. And at the end of the day, I think being a great human and education and making the right decisions is the same thing across all cultures. So he's going to really have to dig deep and figure out a way to handle everything. I do think at the end of the day, Aaron does owe Rochelle an apology. Will she accept it? Probably not, because I wouldn't. And because I think it'll be good for him, and I think it'll be good for Zoe as well. Like, y'all want to start this clean slate and start being the people y'all would love to be together, so you don't feel like you crash or stumble into each other, that you meet each other. And I do feel bad for Nomi, because yeah, she is a single mom. We don't know what old dude is gonna feel about finding out that he's a father. It was a shock. But let me not say it was a shock. It was kind of a shock to find out that when Jazz hit up Sky and was like, look, I think I'm going to take a mental break, but I think I'm just going to quit track. And because the guy that she met at practice told her, like, you don't have to lose your scholarship, because the college is really, they want to focus on mental health and make sure that students are being the best people and as healthy as they can, because then they can't even run for you anyway. I think this is going to be good for Jazz, because she needs to step into a new path. She needs to step into something new, because the tension between her and Doug and her kind of staying in track, I feel like it's kind of going to keep trapping her and try to figure out if all the decisions she made was right. And the only thing is, she should have went to the therapist on some, I'm sick, I'm depressed, like, I just feel like I'm crumbling, I'm always on these lows. But she went in there on some yaya shit, so she probably ain't gonna get it. So this is a good segue into episode 4, which is called Daddy Issues. So we find out that, unfortunately, Vivek does get expelled. He's going to lose his scholarship and everything. And no more financial aid. So he's going to not be a college graduate off of some credits because of a bad life decision. And don't get me wrong with Vivek, I understand all those feelings. Like, you don't want to be a disappointment to your parents. You know that you're a good human being, but you just kept making these terrible decisions, because when we're doing certain things, no matter what age you are, I really believe, but especially when you're in your 20s, you feel almost invincible. I did. And I made a lot of bad decisions that reflected what my life was like. And so, I made that 180 and changed. And Vivek is going to have to really find that for himself. And it's hard because being in a Indian family, and I only know this from watching documentaries or whatever, that culture holds education in such a high regard, because when you emigrate, you leave your home, your country, all your culture, and you only can bring what you have to a new land. If I'm doing all that, my child better come the fuck through. And him being scared, but Vivek has conviction. I think he has the best heart next to Aaron out of everybody in the crew. He makes these decisions because he's young and because he's so smart. He's like, I can always beat it, And that was like the really like dark part of the episode, and you just feel so bad for Vivek. But on a brighter, funnier note, we meet Luca's sister, and Doug, being the RA, trying to do what he needs to do to make sure he can keep putting money in his pocket, making sure that he can do what he needs to do to graduate, and ends up just chilling with her. She's a cool ass chick. They token up or whatever, and him telling Luca about this cute girl and all this other stuff, and Luca says, you trying to go to Pound Town and all this other stuff. And then here we meet her and says, hey, this is my little sister. And they help each other out by not blowing it up. But then Luca's saying, like, he was just telling me about some chick he was trying to pound out. And she's like, oh, word? Pound out? And Doug is like, I didn't really use that word, which he gives that cute little face that he's low-key feeling her, him trying to move on as well, which at the end of the day, I think it's good. You may be meant for somebody, but maybe not meant to last. And we don't know where they fall in that category, right? So it's going to be fun to see these turn of events between Luca, Doug, and the little sister. And then Zoe is trying to tell Vivek, I have experience. I stay effing up. And my parents always love me. They always come through. I may be doing some bad things, but it's never to the fact that they will disown me, don't love me, and eventually won't forgive me. And you tell me what you think. I know it's wrong, people. I know it. But what Jazz was telling Vivek to say, yeah. You got to really think about it. Like, think about who your parents are, think about the culture in your family. And I'm not talking about culture as far as like Indian culture or Black American. I'm talking about the culture in your family. Like, are your parents the type of people that can be stern with you, but then at the end of the day realize you're their kid and we just need to take the steps to make you better? Or do you have the culture like, look, you got to have to figure your out? And then that's when we see Dre, Zoe's mom, her dad come in and says, you got married in Mexico. I don't love you no more. Now, this is a huge thing for me between Zoe's dad, Dre, and Vivek's parents. When Dre was like, you keep effing up. You're not only a disappointment, you're an embarrassment. Now, saying that in front of everybody was very harsh. I can't say disrespectful, because when you're in your feelings, you're in your feelings. And as a parent, it's very hard to filter anger, and then it comes out in these horrible things that we say to our kids. And that's not to make an excuse for the things that he said. But my thing is, you really got to internally be mad at yourself, because you put Zoe on this pedestal. You don't expect anything from her. You already think she's going to make these decisions because she's your favorite and because you put her on such a high pedestal. So her making her decisions, her dumb decisions, can she really be controlled? Can she really hold all the blame? You never expect anything from me, so I'm going to just do what I do because I know you're going to forgive me. You're going to call me out. I'm going to be my little girl self, daddy's little girl, and we're going to move on. And it's Dre's fault, her father's fault. Now, it's not his fault that she's doing reckless stuff like stealing and getting married and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, you have a hand in her reckless behavior because you didn't set the rules. You didn't say, look, You're this, you're the apple of daddy's eye. I expect these things from you. I know I'm not going to have to worry about this and that. You never did that. You just was like, she's my favorite, so she automatically knows what I want her to do and how I want her to be. And so him saying that was really horrible. And the sadness of it all is when Vivek was like, at the end of the day, will you forgive Zoe? He's like, yeah. And then he asked him the question about the drug dealing and whatever. He was like, I would be hurt. I'm always going to forgive my kids. But then we're just going to have to figure out how to rebuild this relationship with a stranger because we don't know who they are. And that's serious. You know what I mean? It's not a harsh thing. You kind of understand it when you think you send your children out to the world and they leave one way. And every time you check in with them, they constantly say they're the same person and you find out they're not. I mean, but my thing is this. I'm a mom. I'm going to love my daughter unconditionally. Now, I'm not going to be praising her if she out here reckless, killing people and all this other stuff. But I will say, because we never want to go to the most extreme, we're going to just deal with reckless behavior. I'm never going to not love her. And that's what Dre was saying. But in different homes and different cultures, we would like to think that's going to happen. But it didn't in Vivek's case. I really respect him that he didn't go with Jazz's story and he told his family the truth. And he was sorry and he was going to make sure that he can prove whatever it has to take, that who their son is going to be that same person again. Not Vivek, the college drug dealer. Because it kind of makes you think, you're so smart. Why would you do this? And that's because you're so smart. You think you can get away with it. And it was so horrible when his father said to him, I'm not interested in rebuilding a relationship with you. You are not my son. Now, I get it. Your son was doing a drug dealer, putting drugs into homes, taking kids from their parents and parents from away from their kids. And, nobody thinks about that. And I know Vivek never thought about that. No drug dealer thinks about that. But at the end of the day, I don't think it should have been that harsh. It should have been, okay, it's going to take me some time to understand why my son did these things when he didn't need to do these things. But I'm not going to not love you. You just need to give me some time. And the fact that he said, basically disowned him, broke Vivek's heart. Shoot, it broke my heart. Like, that can't be the end. You can't be that way. And because in certain cultures, the mother's going to have to sneak talking to Vivek and sneak money to him and everything like that, because I'm pretty sure they're going to cut him off and all this other stuff. And Vivek is too good of a person. When you actually know that what you were doing was wrong and you truly have real conviction, not because you got caught because it was like that in the beginning, but then at the end because you don't want to be a disappointment to your family, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. That's what I think. What do you guys think? We are coming to the close of this video. It went a bit long, but I did 2 episodes, so please forgive me, guys. The next episode I'm really looking forward to is splitting into 2, part 1 and part 2, with the whole thing with police brutality, with the statistics of black men and women being at a higher rate to get killed by police officers. And we see where the clash of, this is what I said before, are they really friends or are they friends for the moment? And that's going to be a test in this next part 2 two-parter episode. So I'm really looking forward to that. You guys, thank you for staying and watching this video. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell and share this video for when new content is uploaded. I will be coming back with Jungle Cruise with The Rock and Emily Blunt, so look out for that. And again, as always, stay courageous and be safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one.